Hello there, everyone. Guys, emergency video. There is so many things we need to discuss today. It's absolutely crazy. One of the things being whether you should get your money off of these ledgers and whether there is actually a backdoor where the money can actually be sucked out of these and all your crypto can be actually gone. So let me discuss this because I actually have 7 of these and a lot of my money is in ledgers. So this is some really bad stuff, and I really want to discuss this so you understand as to what is happening with the backdoors of Ledger. If you're into IT, then you know what a backdoor is. But besides this, we have a lot of things we need to discuss besides this, and also we need to talk about the chart and what is happening with Bitcoin in general. So without any further ado, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and also hit that notification bell so you're always notified when I make a new upload. And guys, call me Mr. Sporondor in the comments because all this stuff is coming out to you on a daily basis. And this is all the stuff you really need to know. This is the only place you need to be aware of what is happening in the world. So let's just jump right into it. And before we come back to the chart, let's discuss everything that is happening in the world of news and etc. First things first, the debt ceiling. And Biden and Republicans are actually currently hopeful for a deal. And as I told you before, most likely there's going to be a deal because we're not going to see US default. The US technically has defaulted before a few times, but in this instance, with the current default here, this could be the most catastrophic one. So I don't really think they're going to let it slide this low and create this kind of a financial Armageddon, but it is what it is. And for now, there is actually some hope here, so I'm going to keep you guys updated on this. But let's quickly move on. And next thing is this right here, SEC responding to Coinbase with actual utter rejection. Remember that Coinbase wanted clarity, so they came to the court and sued SEC and asking them for information on legal clarity on what's a security, what's not a security. And the court gave SEC 10 days to respond. So 10 days were, I think, like yesterday or the day before. And SEC came back with utter rejection. And what they said actually is that the path to clarity could take years. And also, they said that they don't find it necessary to actually respond. And this is in this article. The SEC officially responds to Coinbase, blah, blah, blah. And the SEC asserts that Coinbase has no right whatever. So basically what they're trying to say is that Coinbase has no right to request this information and that the court should actually deny this motion and should deny this request for any information. I mean, how stupid is this? So SEC is currently like a cornered animal. And it is actually quite dangerous, and we really want to see what Gary Gensler is about to do. And guys, before we continue, the next piece of news is absolutely crazy. I wanted to remind you that actually we just did a crazy trade over in our trading community. This is actually, you can find a link to this amazing trading community down in the description of this video, as well as in the pinned comment. VIP Crypto Signals community, it's over on Discord, and the link is down in the description. And what you need to do to see all of our trades, which are absolutely epic. I mean, not every trade is a profit, obviously, but we're doing amazingly well. And the trade results, so what you need to do is you need to join this VIP Signals section. And to do so, there is a quick instruction of how to actually do it. It's very simple. It doesn't cost any money. It's very straightforward. Now, in the trade results of our members, this is all posted by our members. The trade results, are pretty crazy. 8%, 45%. It is pretty endless. 90%, 2%, 8%, 60%, etc. So if you're not part of this community, then join it immediately. And go through this simple instruction. Even a child can join. It's very simple. So go and do this right now. So, okay, let's move on to very important piece of data. And that is this, guys. Home Depot has posted worst revenue miss in about 20 years. Lowers forecast as consumers delay big projects. So Home Depot in the United States is the place where you go to buy a grill or buy anything you need to do some construction or some fix up on your home. So this just shows that people ain't got no money and people are trying to save money because the consumer spending is slowing. So what does this mean? Let me just translate this into pure English, plain English. and that is recession is potentially around the corner. This is the most important thing we can take away from this. Now, the next piece of news is even worse. You know what it is? Well, there it is. Maduro to ditch US dollar in Venezuela's economic transactions. So, and well, to add insult to the injury, Iraq issues ban on US dollar transaction to bolster usage of Iraqi dinar. So we're saying one nation after the next ditching the US dollar and adding on to the BRICS nations that of countries and nations that are ditching and dropping the dollar and contributing to the dollarization and therefore weakening of the dollar as the global reserve currency. So this is not good for the dollar at all, and it's not good for the US. So right now, guys, we're standing at a historic moment. Remember everything we spoke about when it comes to the dollarizing on this YouTube channel. Now, next piece of news. I mean, and all of this is pretty good for Bitcoin. Quite honestly, it's bad for the markets in general, but for Bitcoin, I mean, I keep accumulating Ethereum because short-term volatility, whatever. But all these things are spelling good times for Bitcoin, even if you, again, disregard short-term volatility, okay. But long-term, Bitcoin is going to come out on top, not the US dollar. So, next thing is that this is breaking news, to be honest. Ripple has another victory in court as the judge denies SEC's motion to seal the Hinman documents. And quite frankly, some people are saying that this is literally the last nail in the coffin of SEC, and that Ripple is going to be winning because SEC's got nothing left, literally nothing left, and Hinman documents are coming out. And they are hopefully going to prove legally, because factually they prove everything. But legally, hopefully the judge is going to side at the end of the day with XRP and say that because of Hinman documents, XRP actually wins the lawsuit. Because if that's going to happen, get ready, guys. So anyway, but this is a huge win. Now let's move on to the last piece of news, and that is this. Ledger crypto wallet under fire over seed phrase recovery service. So that's why I said, should you be getting rid of these? Should you be actually moving to something else? Should you be moving to Trezor or whatever? So what is the current situation? Because for me, quite frankly, guys, for me, this is quite important because I'm using Ledger for a lot of the things. Here is my daily wallet. This is that I use on a daily basis. This is one of them. And I actually use 7 of them. And others are much juicier than this one. And this one, I mean, is pretty juicy. So what am I personally doing with Ledger? So let's understand as to what is happening, because there is a lot of FUD. A lot of people misunderstand things. They read something on Twitter, and Twitter sometimes is the last place to read things, depending on whom you're reading it from. So anyway, what they're introducing right now, which is a bit controversial, I agree, that there is, again, every ledger has a seed phrase. So if in case you lose your ledger, it's gone. And the only way how you can restore it is by using your seed phrase. So what they're suggesting is they are introducing this new service, which is called Ledger Recover. And what you can do is you can connect your and you have to pay extra. You have to pay like $10 a month. You can connect your passport, your ID to your seed phrase, and then that seed phrase is going to be custodied across 3 different entities. So again, it's not just by Ledger. It's going to be like 3 entities that are going to custody fractions of your seed phrase and your documents, whatever. So a lot of people are saying, oh, this is a backdoor. Well, people don't understand what a backdoor is. There is no backdoor to this, especially if it is absolutely optional to use this Ledger Recover. So if you subscribe to it, you upload your passport, then it's going to be held in 3 different, the seed phrase across 3 different custodians. Then kind of maybe there is third-party risk. Okay, but it is totally up to you, and I'm not going to be doing it personally. So I mean, I even use these for my hedge fund and for my venture fund as well. So and we're not going to be attaching it to any ID. So therefore, it still stays the same good old ledger, and there is no backdoor to it. It is just dumb, in my personal humble opinion. So I wouldn't worry about it one bit. Now let's move on to the Bitcoin chart real quick. Now that the news are out of the way, and right now, actually, we had a small pump, but again, this is the daily chart. Remember, my long term still in my long trade. I'm thinking that potentially we're gonna see this kind of a recovery, even though it is quite slow looking. And if we're gonna go to a smaller time frame, then we are actually getting rejected again, as we got rejected here from this that used to be our support, from this dotted white line that used to be our support. And now we're getting rejected to the downside again. And for now, I'm not worried. I really want to see us actually pass 27,400. In this instance, that would open the door to about 28,800, just technically. But right now we formed this kind of a wedge, and we'll see how that plays out. Because if we do break down below it, which is 26,700, that's going to open the door again below 26K. About the target would be set at about 25,800 or so. But for now, my thesis for this whole trade still stays the same. And I think that the big catalyst will be coming here. This is going to be the most important one. The decision on the debt ceiling, therefore liquidity, opportunity to print more money, etc. So I think a lot of volatility is coming, but I'm going to keep you guys updated. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, and check out this quick tutorial as to how to trade Bitcoin with proper risk and money management. Even if you're a professional trader, I guarantee you will learn something from this tutorial. So watch it right now. And as always, peace and love. Thomas Krallo. Stay smart, stay rich, and I'm off to enjoy some Dubai lifestyle yet again.